What if I told you that Powerball, Mega Millions, and any other major lottery you've ever heard of wasn't created to help the people?
Someone will likely wake up a billionaire tomorrow.
But instead, was created to keep them in poverty.
It's a tax on the poor and on people who can't do math. Rich people don't play the lottery.
Almost everyone who ever plays ever loses.
What if, at the peak of every economic depression,
businesses are shuttered, people are staying indoors, but more than 6.6 million plus people laid off in a single week.
Instead of aiding you, your government devised a way to tax you?
This is the greatest scam in the history of politics.
Just think about it for a moment. If the entire world has been driven to its knees by some pandemic or financial crisis, and your government's already borrowed and printed more money than they should have and raised taxes to the brink of riot, then where else do you think they'll squeeze money from?
2,000 windfall tickets.
You, of course, just without you realizing. By coming up with a way to fool unsuspecting citizens to voluntarily donate a portion of their weekly paycheck. A voluntary tax, which they aptly disguise as a little something they call the lottery.
It's not too late.
There is another chance to win the Mega Billion jackpot.
You got to take a chance. It's only a couple of dollars.
If you don't play, you're not going to win.
1 in 302 million. Those are the odds.
Those are the odds. So you still have another chance at some more money tonight.
So you're saying I have a chance.
Yes,
all right. Thank you, Gio.
Very, very slim to none. But if you don't play, you can't win. That's guaranteed.
You can't win if you don't play, so I have the ticket here. Adrian, I'm going to send it back to you, and may the odds be ever in your favor.
So how does it work? Well, the hustle's actually quite simple. First, forget about targeting the wealthy. They're too resourceful and too thrifty. In order for this scheme to work, your government needs to prey on you, the unsuspecting and less fortunate, by offering the one thing you crave most: hope, in the form of truckloads of cash.
$1.6 billion.
All whilst putting up billboards that read, "This could be your ticket out," and timing lottery promotions to coincide with the receipt of government benefits, payroll, and social security payments. Just a couple of the many devious tricks used by lottery corporations to target the poor. Now that they have your attention, they just need to make sure you play. And to do that, they make it as cheap and effortless as possible. So they set up vendors on every street corner and gas station and make the cost of each ticket so low that even the homeless can afford it. Then, to get everyone playing, they start blasting psychological warfare throughout every media outlet available to them, which is essentially all of them. And as if that wasn't bad enough, they also spam ads on every billboard and every street all over the state just so you don't forget what you could win if you play. And as your attention is constantly drawn to how high the jackpot is, they televise droves of regular-ass people buying tickets as well as regular-ass people winning the lottery, just to prove that anyone has a chance to change their lives overnight. But only if you follow this one simple rule.
You got to be in it to win it, right?
If you don't play, you can't win.
And so, you play, in the hopes of bettering your financial position, which ironically is the exact opposite of what's actually happening. Because what is happening is a simple shift of funds from your bank account into the government's before anyone even sees a single lottery draw. This is the path of a New York lottery dollar. Of every dollar spent, 16 cents goes towards retailer commissions, 1 cent goes towards advertising, another cent goes towards operating expenses, and 34 cents goes towards the public education system, leaving winners with 48 cents in prize money. At this point, you're probably thinking, that's not too bad, right? Wrong. Of that 48 cents, 1 cent goes unclaimed, 4 cents goes towards paying state income taxes, 10 cents goes towards paying federal income taxes, and in New York City, 2 cents goes towards paying city taxes, leaving the ultimate winner with a drastically reduced 31 cents on the dollar. Yeah. And it gets worse. Because every one of you suckers buying a ticket is hoping for a 1 in 300 million chance of winning the top prize. That means in any given year, you'd have more of a chance of getting struck by lightning, 1 in 500,000, dying in a plane crash, 1 in 11 million, or getting attacked by a shark, 1 in 11.5 million. Basically, unless you think you're going to get killed by a vending machine in any given year, 1 in 112 million, then you should definitely not be thinking you're going to win the lottery. Ever. And as if the odds of winning the top prize weren't already low enough, lottery companies can even decide to change the rules at any point in time to further shift the odds in their favor, which is exactly what Powerball and Mega Millions did. In 2015, Powerball increased the number of white balls from 59 to 69, whilst reducing the number of red balls from 35 to 26, which resulted in the odds of you winning the jackpot dropping from 1 in 175 million to 1 in 292 million. Similarly, in 2017, Mega Millions also altered its formula by dropping 5 white balls and adding 10 mega balls, which resulted in jackpot odds falling from 1 in 259 million to 1 in 302 million. What this means overall is the arrival of mind-bending jackpots that help bring in a whole new range of customers who wouldn't have played the lottery otherwise.
I don't normally play, but the jackpot's high enough where, it's worth playing. So take my chances and see, how luck turns out.
And just to help further ease the minds of them and everyone else donating their hard-earned money, the lottery corporations then hit you with this.
Every lottery has some worthy cause that they're giving back to.
They tell you that even if you don't win, it's alright. You didn't waste your money. Every ticket you buy goes towards helping your community anyway. They lead you to believe you're helping fund the future of our youth through billion-dollar contributions to education.
So it's like you're doing a good deed.
Oh, sure.
But are you really? How much lottery revenue is actually making it into the schools for supplies and repairs? If this footage is anything to go by, then I would say not a lot. Let's take a look at the California lottery revenue over the past 2 decades. In 2010, California removed the requirement for lotteries to donate 34 cents of every dollar towards education. Money instead used for advertising to drastically increase ticket revenue. As a result, educational spending dropped from 34 cents in 2010 to 23 cents in 2018, whilst lottery revenue skyrocketed by billions and billions of dollars. In fact, when this professor took a look at educational lotteries and their impact on the state's educational budget, he found that although the lottery money does go towards education, the state actually uses it as a substitute for the school's already allocated budget and shifts the original funding elsewhere.
I think our values and our priorities are not aligned, and we need to dispel the myth that the lottery is helping to improve education, because it hasn't.
And so people who buy tickets thinking, hey, I'm helping education, do you think they're really doing as much as they think they are?
They're absolutely not benefiting education.
So, in the end, schools don't actually benefit from any extra funding, and the only thing that changes is who's left holding the bag, who's left paying those extra taxes, which I'm sure by now you realize is you.
You never know. Like I said, you can't win if you don't play.
I got the winner! I got it! Got my tickets! You better get your tickets.
And that is how your government secretly taxes you. So the next time you think about buying a lottery ticket, just remember, all you're about to do is get a receipt for the extra taxes you're about to pay. Thanks for watching, guys. Like, subscribe, and share this with anyone that needs it.